Hi, AJ here from Byte Size Cruises. I recently sailed aboard the Enchanted Princess and stayed in an inside stateroom, number E116. Today I'm going to give you a brief tour and review of that stateroom. Let's get started. On my recent sailing aboard the Enchanted Princess, I stayed in an inside cabin on deck E or 8. So I was in E116. This room was a perfect size for a solo traveler, especially since I didn't end up spending a ton of time in the room. There are some things that I really love about the cabins on Princess, and I just want to talk about them real fast. So first of all, they all have a little entryway where all of your clothes are kind of put away and out of sight from when you're in the bedroom. So the bathroom's right there, and it just gives a little bit more privacy if you are traveling with someone. But it also means that all of your luggage and everything can be kind of out of sight, out of mind, without having to shove it under the bed or directly in the closet. So I really love that. Also, they do have a full-size desk, which makes it so that when I was doing work in the room, it was really nice to sit down and have a proper place with good back support. As I get older, I do not like working in my bed as much because it does start hurting the back after a bit. So I love that they have a full-size desk and vanity. So you have a lot of flat space to put papers, to sit and work on. And then also I really love that Princess cabins have a full mini fridge and not just a cooler. So those were all really great things about this cabin. Now on the downside, Princess still uses shower curtains in the bathroom, which means that every time I took a shower, there was water on the floor. Don't love that, but all in all, a small price to pay for a really lovely cabin. The second thing that I didn't love absolutely was only an issue because I was on a tender-heavy itinerary. And it also probably had a lot to do with where on the ship my cabin was positioned. And that was that when they lowered the tender boats, it was very, very loud. I don't know if they were if the equipment was like right near my room or if it was just the whole deck. However, every day that we did tender into port, thinking back, we tendered in Newport, we tendered in Bar Harbor. So out of the 4 ports, 2 of them had the tendering. So that was a little annoying. You probably wouldn't have been able to sleep through it. I sleep with headphones on and like an audiobook playing all night, and I could still hear it past that. So that was the downside of the room. All in all, this is a great room for a couple or a solo traveler who isn't looking for any bells and whistles, isn't planning to spend a ton of time in the room, but does want, a comfortable place. So even though this is one of the lowest tier cabins on the ship, it still felt really nice and like it doesn't feel like you're cramped. The way that they lay the rooms out, I really appreciate because it does give you a feeling of having open space. And it doesn't feel quite as dark as some other rooms do, even though it absolutely is has the same lighting issues. But I do really appreciate that. All right, and so with that, let's get started and take a look at the room tour. So as you approach the room, you can actually see that it says, "Welcome, Alicia." Your door is already unlocked by the time you get to it, which is fantastic. As you open the door, you do have still the key card to turn the lights on. It's just a blank card that's in there. And so I found that really funny that they had a key card to turn the lights on, but they just stayed on. I never took that out. The room steward never took it out. So here we are. All right, and as you come in, you can kind of see to the left there that entryway that I was talking about that kind of sets the rest of the room apart. That serves as your closet. There's a giant shelf up there, plenty of room for your luggage in there, so many hangers. And right in here is also where the bathroom is with, the lovely, not even plastic shower curtain. The bathroom it's pretty good size. It's pretty standard for a cruise ship bathroom. There's nothing huge to go on about. I do love their little behind the spigot shelf because I like to put my phone there and listen to music. There's a lot of shelf space in there. It's a bathroom. It's a good bathroom. It's a bathroom. And then you have your little mini shelf closet with your safe in it. I have plenty of room for putting my clothes in there. There's not a lot of room for like stashing accessories and things, but you know, it suffices. And then coming over to the bed area, there is a USB port next to each side of the bed. I have this in the queen configuration, so they are off to the side. They would be in between if it was the twin size. So the USB ports are there. One of mine didn't work, which I found interesting. And they are USB-A. There is no other outlet next to the bed. You also have your light switches over there. And then over here, you have some more drawers. I didn't use those. And then you have the mini fridge, which was fantastic. Mine was stocked because of my status, which was lovely. Your hair dryer is in that drawer there. And then you have the TV, which has a lot of good movies and shows, and that's where you do part of your muster drill. And that's really it. This room is not large. It's not anything really super special, but it was a great place to kind of set up base camp. There were, underneath the mirror there, plenty of outlets, both European and American outlets. So I had no problem being able to plug all of my stuff in. Actually, the bigger problem was the fact that I didn't bring enough USB-C accepting wall warts for my items. So yeah, that is the room in a nutshell. As always, if you have enjoyed this video, please take a moment to like and subscribe. It really does help the channel out. And I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye.